Welcome back. This is the Tunenge Everyday Carry Flat Flashlight, and it has a feature on a flashlight I've never seen before. Disclaimer: Tunenge sent me the product for free to review, but my opinions are my own. Let's start with the build quality. It feels very sturdy and robust in your hand. It comes with the light, it comes with a charging cable, and it comes with the manual. I will say the manual is actually really well made, very easy to look through and understand how to use the light. It has 4 push buttons, 1, 2, 3, and 1 on the side for 4. And the push buttons are all a nice rubbery feeling. It is IP66 rated. The light comes in at about 101 grams. Banana 4 scale. Please subscribe. Let's talk about the functionality. It has a magnet on the base of it. The magnet on the side is sort of strong enough to hold it, but you'd have to put it in the side there. So not all ways of holding it are going to be as strong unless you have a really good base. But more or less, it is decent enough, depending on which side you have it on. So like this, it's mostly good. So like all lights with a magnet, the magnet's use will be limited depending on what you do, but the magnet is good enough. It has a pocket clip that allows for pretty deep pocket carry, actually. It has 4 modes. I will go through all 4 modes. First, it has a laser pointer, and I've tested the laser pointer at range. It's pretty good power. You press and hold to turn on and off. Next, you have the main light. You long press it to turn it on, long press it to turn it off. When it's on, you single press to cycle through the different functions. It has high, medium, low, and moonlight. In any mode, regardless of what mode you're in on the flashlight, if you double press it, you'll have max brightness mode entered immediately, and then you have to long press it to turn it off. And again, in any mode, if you triple press it, it will go to strobe, and triple pressing it again will do SOS mode. Now for the side light, again, it is a press and hold to turn it on, and then single press to change through the different functions. So you have what they call a yellow light, which is more like a warm white light. You have your kind of cooler white light. You have red flashing, and you have 395 nanometer UV. And press and hold again to turn it off. And finally, this feature is really interesting because I haven't seen it in a flashlight before. It has a really loud alarm, or buzzer as they call it, but I'm calling it an alarm. Here is the buzzer button. If you long press it, it will enter standby mode. Okay? In standby mode, or when any other function on the flashlight is on, regardless of turning it into standby mode, if you press the button on the side of the light, it will activate the alarm. So here it is, it's very loud. Super annoying alarm. Now, the alarm has 3 modes. To change the alarm mode while in standby mode, double click the side light button, and that will start flashing. Then you can single click that side light button to go from mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, and then back to mode 1. So you just heard mode 1. So now I'll go to mode 2, double click it to set it, and now when I push it, that's a temporary alarm that you just press once to get that alarm. Again, so sorry that these are really annoying. And then now I'm in mode 3, double click it, and now when I push it, so the difference between mode 1 and mode 3 is that mode 1 you have to press and hold the button. Mode 3 you push it once and it will stay on until you push the button again. When these lights are not flashing, clicking and holding to turn it on and then off will deactivate the buzzer button and turn everything off. Now, I really like the buzzer feature. One of the biggest self-defense tools you can have is adding layers of deterrence. Okay, a very loud, sudden sound, especially a continuous sound, will likely attract attention, and an opportunistic thief may flee instead of to continue what they're doing if you suddenly attract a ton of attention. All functions on the light have a memory feature. So if I turn this to this cool white light and then I turn it off, when I turn it back on, it's going to be back in that. And the same thing with the main light. So I switched that over to the moonlight mode. And when I turn that off, when I turn it back on, it's going to be back in that. Also, as I showed in the beginning of the video, all 4 features of this light can be used at the same time. So the charging features are on the side. It charges with USB-C, and you can see here when I plug it in, it will start charging. Okay, I really like the battery indicator here. It's really clear and the values mean what I would expect them to mean. So 4 bars, it's greater than 75% full. 3 bars is 50 to 75%, 2 bars is 25 to 50%, and 1 bar is 10 to 25%. Now, if it's 1 bar flashing, that's less than 10%. And all functions can be used while it is charging. Next up, I want to talk about the beam quality. The main light's beam angle is pretty tight, and it has some outside fringing that's a bit purple. Here it is in high, medium, low, and moonlight. The side light's beam angle in all modes is very wide and even. Here it is in yellow, white, red, flashing red, and 395 nanometer UV. Now, nothing is without its negatives, and this light has 2 negatives that I can discuss. The first negative is a bit of a nitpick, which is I don't love having to press and hold each of the buttons in order to turn it on. I find that to be an inconvenience. I want a single push and have the light on, and then maybe hold to cycle through the features. So I think they got that kind of backwards. And what I don't think is a nitpick is that I'm not a fan of the fact that the side lights can't actually change the brightness of any of these lights. I wish you could change the brightness of the side of the light. Now, while I wish the single press turned lights on and off, and I wish that there's a way to change the brightness of the side lights, I think this is a really solid offering by Tunenge, and I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. Now, if you like flat flashlights, check out the video I did on the Rubin G5. Thanks for watching.